Hello everyone, welcome back to the series where I do some sound design while I yap about something I care about. And today's topic is actually Bloomshift mashups, which I'll tell you what that is if you don't know in a second. But first, I'm just gonna kick us off with today's sound design gimmick, and that's something kind of inspired a bit by Eliminate, right? So I'm gonna find a Virus Syndicate sample here, right? And once it, you know, loads and where is trim? There you are. All right. Now, step two, we're gonna put it on E3 generic today. We're gonna stretch it way out. All right. Then we're gonna chop up all. We're gonna get rid of all of this dead space, right? We want nothing but sound. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this to a mixer channel. I don't even know what this sounds like yet, right? But the first thing we're gonna do is very inspired by Eliminate, by the way. Today's little technique. What he likes to do, he takes these vocals, and he'll do like little transient chops of them, and then he'll have this really fast delay. And so to replicate that, we're gonna actually no, let's do them about that fast. We're gonna actually that's not very smart. I should do it with the actual sample. There we go, not the mixer channel, because that'll mess with the delay as well. And then there we go. We already have something that kind of sounds like Eliminate. I do kind of want to beef up this, and maybe even, pitch you up. And alright, I think this is kind of the starting point of our sound design jam. And now I guess I'll get into topic. For the first time in one of these videos, I have notes because I actually have a list of points I want to hit because Bloomshift just makes me so happy and there's so many different ways and I can't keep track of them all. So, I think first point I should start off with sort of my mashing journey to contextualize this, right? There was this guy named Finn's Folks. This is the first mashup channel I ever watched, right? And he would do these like versus mashup battles, right? And this is my first introduction to him. Unfortunately, you can't find him anymore. He unlisted them all. They're on a, I think, separate unlisted playlist on his channel, so you can still find them, but they're not like at the front page of his channel anymore, right? But this man single-handedly got me into making mashups. Like I saw his stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to be like him. And so I tried my best to also make mashups like him. And my first mashups were made in Wii Video. So naturally they weren't exactly the best. I didn't quite understand, I hadn't quite discovered what keys were. I hadn't quite discovered what tempo was. I hadn't quite discovered what EQ was. I was just literally putting two songs on top of each other, exporting it out as a video, and calling it a day, right? But this man, Finn's Folks, he set me on this path, all right? And not only that, but I would later join his Discord server. Because let's be real, nobody in real life is like it's a little weird. It's a kind of a weird hobby, right? So obviously I'm not going to tell people, hey, I make EDM mashups. You want to listen? Good thing I didn't. I would have been clowned on for my dog water mashups in my fucking school, right? But naturally, so then I joined the Discord, and lo and behold, I find more people that care about Finn's Folks and his mashups, as well as more people trying to make mashups like me. And so that's why I have a lot of online friends, actually, so that I could share this hobby with people. But that's a whole nother can of worms, a whole other video, right? Bottom line is, I found a community there. Some people who I'm still friends with to this day. Shout out Vofract. Uh, Day one, literally, met that man in seventh grade, and still to this day, he set me on this path with the community of mashers to make mashups, and for years they were terrible. But I still found so much joy in it, right? And hang on, I'm yapping without doing any sound design, so let's I don't have Edison on. I'm not recording this at all. Let's, no. Let's go. Okay, let's add maybe a, ooh, OTT. I already like this a lot more. Shout out over the top compression. That's what OTT stands for. What if we fruity delay too? Um, let's go fruity reverb too instead. That's what I meant to do. And what if we just, oh yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I should have just put a fruity balance on it before the effector. So, matter of fact, why don't we do that? That's kind of what I was envisioning because I want the delay to hit after the volume automation. Or no, yeah. Yes, I want the volume automation to hit after the effects, but before the delay, right? Hang on. I'll get back to my point in just a second because this is something I am simply dying to talk about. There you fruity balance. What are you? There you are. Thank you. Okay. So let's just make an automation of you and and then maybe if we OTT the reverb actually. Am I a sick and twisted person for this? Okay, we have something sufficiently uh messed up now. So now I noticed, right? There's like one or two commenters who had commented for multiple videos in a row. They weren't in the Discord or anything, right? And then about a month later of them just consistently commenting on most of our uploads, they submit a mashup in the forum. And I realize that there's a very good chance that Bloomshift is the whole reason that they're actually starting to make mashups. And I can tell this is like they're like a beginner, right? Like I can kind of tell based on the mashup submission. But that made me so happy in the same way that Finn's folks sort of gave me fire, right? And like, gave me this hobby and like, you know, they set me on this path. Like at least for like one or like two people I think I've noticed in the submission form. We've kind of we are that like same figure. And that gives me so much joy because it's like, yes, like I will forever be grateful for those Finn's folks matchups for like giving me this hobby and like setting me down this path, if you will, right? And here we are being that force for others. By the way, I run Bloomshift for I probably should have said that before. Maybe I didn't. Right? I'm one of three people that runs the channel, renders the videos, does all the management stuff. So it's and like, I helped create it and stuff. So that gives me so much joy. That's like one of the reasons. It's like we are kind of the catalyst. Maybe he'll join the Discord or like those people join the Discord at some point, and then they'll like find a community on like online friends, and who knows, maybe they'll, I don't know. I don't know. But it just makes me so happy that like we are the catalyst to that, you know? Um, that's kind of one of my first points. What's the second point? And okay, I'll get to it, but I do think this is kind of Bun's ATM. Like, well, not entirely, but let's give you a pulse, and then maybe let's start messing with the. You see, now you can kind of hear the eliminate, no? But okay, anyways, when me, No Clue, and Mastrino, shout out those two, they run Bloomshift with me, right? Couldn't have done it without them. Uh, when we were pregnant with Bloomshift, when we were still, coming up with the ideas and the logos and how we were going to run the channel, we sort of landed on 2 uploads a week, which is, well, for the most part, what it is now, right? Except for like, the bounce pack and stuff like that, which is an exception. Uh, ooh, hello. I'm sorry, okay. Okay, let's get rid of the. I think we can live without the OTT. But with like 2 uploads a week, And we were making contingency plans. Like we have like backup matches made by us on the channel in case we don't have enough to fill a day, right? And we were thinking like, okay, we were like, okay, what if we have too many matches? And it's like, oh, we might need to up it to 3 uploads a week. And I remember telling, like, it was like, okay, in that case, we might get more people on management to, like, render out the videos and stuff like that, right? But I still remember, I was like, guys, the more likely, like, this is probably not gonna happen. Because I thought the mashup community was kind of dead, right? So I'm like, guys, there's no way we get too many submissions, all right? Like, we're probably, like, the more likely problem is that we don't get enough, right? And like they were like, I don't know if they fully agreed with me, but like I didn't think we would get that many submissions. I'm going to be honest. I thought we would be like getting submissions just in time to fill the upload schedule, right? And that has not been the case, okay? If you are one of the masters on Bloomshift watching and you have like uploads scheduled way out, you know, like we get so many submissions that like I think we're genuinely booked for the next month. I think like that's the next available slot is like once we get back to you know scheduling more submissions. So it's like it sort of gave me hope that the mashup community is indeed not dead, and that also made me uh very happy because I thought the mashup community was like there are people like me and there's a lot of them, right? Making mashups in the Discord, in the forum, for the fun of it. They're in VC doing this stuff, and it just brings, you know, it just makes me so happy. And it's like, once again, Bloomshift is bringing them together, but it's like evidence to me that the community isn't dead as I once thought it was. Um, I think the ring. What if we just get rid of the delay? Actually, now that I think about it. Okay, the delay is kind of carrying. I cannot lie to you guys. Um, so that's kind of a small thing, but it's like I didn't think we would have so many that we would be booked a month out with 2 uploads a week. And that's not even, yeah. So that's kind of a smaller reason, but it's like the amount of love that you get, like the mashers, not even like the viewers too, but the mashers that have like shown the channel, right? It's I mean it's fantastic. It's cool to see that so many people like cook mashups still, right? And another one, I suppose it's like I'm talking about the mashers and the community in the Discord, right? Which is kind of the core of Bloomshift. But there's also viewers that like aren't in the Discord that sometimes I see commenting or sometimes it's just like random. Let's start putting you through these random old effects stream. Ooh. And even that to me proves that yes, there is a demand for this type of mashup. It's not dead. Like, and it's the comments also give me so much joy. It's like I love all the comments, right? And it's like it's cool to see people in the Discord commenting. Um, maybe the nope. What the hell? What were we doing these days? Okay, that's also kind of cool. But when I see comments from just people that aren't a part of the Discord, I have no clue who they are. Makes my day. It's like let's go. It's like random people are enjoying. It's like I know I didn't even make the mashup, right? It's fucking Borfrock or like Mikey or Streak or something, right? But like still it's like it makes me happy that those guys they're showing those guys. Why do I hear it like going up and oh, there's probably a flanger in there. Okay. Ooh, I like the attack on that chiptune one. But it always makes me happy reading comments from just random people on the internet. Same on my channel, but like on Bloomshift too, right? That's also another way it brings me joy. Um, and I suppose like the last 2 points I have on my little sticky note, right? It's that the bounce pack. Since the mix contest, I haven't seen the mashup community rally around anything really. And so when people all participated in the bounce pack and just made a mashup for that event, it was like it was like sort of emulating that same thrill I felt in the mix contest. Another video for another day, by the way. But that's another thing. This video is going on for so long, so I suppose I should like wrap up this last point fast, right? Last thing, it gives me something fun to do with purpose, right? Because I feel so good rendering out these videos, giving feedback to the matchups, stuff like that. And obviously, it's not like sometimes I slack off on the feedbacks a little, like I'll push it off, or like it's like, oh, I'm busy, I'll listen to the submissions later, or I'll work on this thumbnail later, like I'll stuff like that. But like even so, it's so nice having something to do that I just enjoy so much that it's just like, oh, I have like free time. Okay, let me just cook up a thumbnail real quick. You know what I mean? It just gives me something fun to do. But honestly, that's all. For now, on why Bloomshift makes me so dang happy. And yeah, I mean, it's all from me for now. I'll stop recording now. See you guys later.